Should we start the tour?
Certainly. Please, follow me. Our monastery was the first Cistercian monastery in Bohemia, and is thus the mother of all our order's monasteries in these lands.
Good day.
I'm not doing anything, am I? So shut your mouth.
This is the gate to the monastery. Within the monastery grounds, you'll find the workers' dwellings, farm buildings, and fish ponds. And on the far side of the monastery, we've got an orchard and gardens.
I saw quite a few knights here. Do they live here?
Those are brothers of the Teutonic Order. The abbot offered them lodging while they're gathering resources in Kuttenberg for their next campaign.
How long are they supposed to stay?
No one knows. But it doesn't look like they're in any great hurry. This is the kitchen. From here, Salarius Julian oversees the state of the monastery stores and the meals for the brothers.
Good to know where to come if I get hungry.
Yes, but please, try not to speak with the other brothers too much.
Why not? Have they taken a vow of silence?
The rule of Saint Benedict encourages the cultivation of silence. The brothers shouldn't be chatting idly, but rather turning their minds to work and to God.
What if I need something?
In case of need, of course you may speak to them. But for ordinary tasks and objects, we've developed our own gestures. You don't need to learn them, though. As a guest, you won't need access to such things. Let's continue the tour. Please, follow me. This is our monastery library and scriptorium. Brother Crispin, our librarian, does a splendid job. Our collection may not be the largest, but it's exceptionally colorful.
What's your scriptorium working on?
Brother Yaroslav is working day and night translating some Italian book. He's the most gifted translator I've ever met. But every gift comes with its dark side.
What do you mean?
Well, he's a bit of a free thinker.
And how does that show?
He asks senior brothers about matters a devout brother ought not to ponder, and such things have no place in our monastery.
Can I borrow any books here?
Yes, but please try not to take them out of the library. We already have trouble with brothers not returning them. I think I myself might have a forgotten volume or two in my cell.
Can I help with that?
That's up to Brother Crispin. But it's true he's overburdened and sorely short of time. Try asking him.
All right, I'll check with him. If Albic doesn't need me urgently.
That would be kind of you. So, let's move on. This is the chapter hall. Here, Abbot Jan receives important visitors and pilgrims.
You mean like when Sigismund came?
Of course. That was the most important visit, and duty, of recent years.
And what was his visit like?
We barely noticed His Majesty. He had his own wing for himself and his retinue. We're now returning it to a more appropriate state for the monastery's needs. Until then, it remains closed.
Have you had any other such visitors recently?
When Sigismund left, his court physician, Master Zacharias, remained.
And what does he do here?
He's assisting Brother Benedict in the infirmary, and also teaching him new things. So, why exactly has your master come?
He wants to ask the abbot for something.
I see. And he hopes it'll succeed?
Well, he's rather stubborn. And he seems on good terms with the abbot, so who knows?
Indeed. Let's continue the tour. Please, follow me. Next, we'll visit the beating heart of our monastery. Please, ignore the ongoing work.
All right.
Welcome to the Church of the Assumption of the Virgin Mary. It's the pride of our monastery and the dominant landmark of the region.
What's with the hole in the floor?
Yes, that's one of the hazards of ongoing repairs. But that's not something a guest need concern himself with.
I don't mind. Tell me.
There's not much to tell. During repairs, the floor collapsed into the cellar spaces, and we're working on fixing it.
Oh, come on. There's got to be more to it. A cellar under the church? Storing onions on sacred ground?
Not onions, but bodies. Beneath the church is a crypt where abbots and other esteemed benefactors of the monastery are laid to rest.
I see why you wouldn't want to spread that around. It doesn't look like a good omen.
It certainly doesn't. Perhaps we should leave the laborers to their work and move along.
Let's move on.
Did you notice the cemetery by the monastery when you arrived?
No. I was more focused on Albic.
I see. Then let me inform you. Over 10,000 bodies are buried here, and some were brought from over 100 miles away.
Why here of all places?
Over a century ago, Abbot Heidenreich went on a pilgrimage to the Holy Land and brought back soil from Christ's tomb. Since then, people have come here in great numbers. After the plague and the wars of recent years, their numbers have only grown. We recently built the ossuary to have a place to lay the dead. These cells are reserved for brothers who hold an official position in the monastery.
Aye, it's the finest castle I've ever seen, and I've been to a few.
And which cell is yours?
If you come through the garden gate, it's the first cell on the right. But I spend most of the day making rounds around the monastery, or assisting the abbot, who has his office above us.
Where does that gate lead?
To the garden surrounding the monastery. If you ever crave solitude and natural beauty within the monastery walls, do not hesitate to visit.
Why are they here specifically?
The abbot's study is upstairs, so we can be close at hand.
Should we move on?
Please, this way. Next, I'll show you the abbot's chapel.
Won't the abbot mind?
Apparently not. The Right Reverend instructed me to give you as thorough a tour of the monastery as possible, including the chapel. He said ignorance mustn't hinder your ability to assist your master. The last part of our tour. This chapel is where the abbot himself prays. The painting above the altar shows Archangel Michael weighing souls on a scale. We see sinners cast to hellish beasts and pious souls rising to the gates of heaven.
Weighed against what?
Sins against acts of humility, sacrifice, and labor. A humble and disciplined life.
And that's enough.
Sin isn't easily redeemed. It must be repaid with good deeds, or so it ought to be, at least. I'll now take you to Master Albic in the infirmary. Please follow me. And here's the infirmary, where you'll find Master Albic. Anything else you'd like to ask?
Are there any other interesting places you haven't shown me?
What exactly are you helping Master Albic with?
Mostly I make sure Albic has everything he needs.
Then I'm sure you'd enjoy meeting Brother Crispin in the library. He has books that might prove useful to you both.
Are there places I'm not allowed?
Aside from the wing once occupied by King Sigismund, you're free to move about the entire monastery. But please, speak with the brothers only when necessary.
I'd say I know everything I need. I'll go and check what Master Albic needs.
Good luck. And God be with you.
And with you.
What did I do to you? Why are you bothering me, you scoundrel? I ain't gonna talk to the likes of you.
Look, let's just forget this happened before it gets any worse.
All right. I don't...
How well do you know Blazena?
Blazena? All I know is she's got a mouth on her.
Excuse me?
Whenever she sees me, she always cracks some daft joke. The dafter it is, the more people laugh. I don't get it. Not that I'd wish anything bad on her, but God forgive me. At least it's been quiet lately.
Look, I really need to find out some things about her.
Then ask Zdeněk. He's the one who gives her duties. Look out!
Leave me alone, you scum! I ain't gonna talk to the
Look, let's... You know the maid...
Not all that well. She hasn't been here long.
What was she doing here? Especially recently.
Steward Zdeněk would know best. Lately he was keeping a close eye on her. She must have got into some trouble.
And do you know anything about that trouble?
Not much, and what I do know, I heard secondhand. You'd best speak to Zdeněk yourself.
Poor Maddie, who died of a bellyache. Well, that's just embarrassing.
Leave me alone, you nobody. I ain't gonna talk.
Let's make her.
All right.
You're Zdeněk, right? They say you're the steward here. I need to find out something about Blazena.
She's lying in the infirmary. What's it to you?
She's in a bad way. Master Albic is treating her, but to work out what's wrong, I need to know what she's been doing lately.
Oh, I see. That's different. What do you want to know, then?
What sort of work does Blazena usually do?
All sorts. She's a maid, so she does whatever needs doing.
Is that it? You won't tell me anything else about her?
Well, maybe just one thing. It'll sound terrible with her being sick now.
Whatever it is, out with it.
I think she's been stealing. Lately, food's been going missing from the pantry, and she and I are the only ones with a key. I was just about to throw her out, but then she fell ill.
Who was Blazena closest with here?
She shared a room with Valerie. I had to separate them more than once so they'd stop chatting and get to work.
And how do I recognise Valerie?
Easy. She's the only blonde among the maids.
Where does Blazena sleep? I'd like to take a look at her room.
What for? How do I know you won't nick something?
Excuse me? I can bring Master Albic here if you like, but he's got better things to do. Like saving Blazena and the others.
All right, no need to shout. Blazena sleeps in the house across from the church, like most of the help. When you enter, go through the door on the right, then up the stairs. Her bed and chest are by the window.
I'll take a look there if that's all right. And where do I find Valerie?
That's her, standing over there. But listen, don't tell her what I suspect. She might take it the wrong way.
Thanks.
What do you want, you scoundrel? I ain't going to talk...
I'm really a decent person.
Fine. I'll give you a second chance.
I need to find something out about Blazena. And they say you know her better than anyone.
Well, we share a room. But we're not that close, really. Why?
I'm helping the physician treating her, and anything I find out could help. I spoke to the steward, but he wasn't very helpful.
You mean Zdeněk? What did he tell you about Blazena?
Well, he said he suspects that Blazena's been stealing.
That scoundrel. I knew he'd try feeding you lies.
But why would Zdeněk lie about Blazena stealing?
I don't know what went on between them, but lately he's been giving her a hard time. I think he wants to get rid of her.
Now? When poor Blazena's ill?
That's just grist to his mill. The The poor lass can't even defend herself, and he wants to take advantage of it.
How can you be so sure Zdeněk lied to me?
Because I caught him red-handed. I saw him going through Blažena's things. Her chest.
You think he was looking for something?
Maybe. I saw him take something out of her chest.
You get it?
And do you know exactly what he took?
No. It was already getting dark, and the bastard's quick with his hands. But it must have been something small. Right after that, he slipped out and went down into the cellar outside.
Do you know where Zdeněk sleeps? Maybe I should have a look.
We live in the same house. Me and Blažena sleep upstairs. He's got a bed in the kitchen downstairs, just opposite the door.
And what sort of cellar is it?
The entrance is in the yard, under the stairs. There's food down there, but mainly that's where the monastery wine is kept. There are a few rooms down there, and only Zdeněk has a key to some of them.
Sounds like a perfect place to stash stolen goods. Why would the steward want to get rid of an ordinary maid?
Isn't it enough that he's a scoundrel? Maybe he fancied her and she laughed in his face. Serves him right.
Did Blažena have a sweetheart?
That? I'm not entirely sure.
So someone's been sniffing round her?
I only ever saw her once, chatting cheerfully in the doorway of the monastery with some monk.
Monks aren't supposed to talk to women, right?
And I haven't told anyone but you about it, and you keep it to yourself too. Blažena's got it hard enough as it is.
Where did Blažena usually go around the monastery?
All over?
Right, but that doesn't help me. Where did only she go?
Zdeněk gave her the pantry key, so she was the only one who had access to it.
And where is that pantry?
That same cellar I already told you about. The one I saw Zdeněk run into.
That'll do for now. I'll take a look in that cellar and see what I can find.
Right, but how is all this supposed to help Blažena get better?
Well, to be honest, I don't know myself. But Master Albik said to find out what I can.
And how is Blažena doing?
Don't worry about her. Albik treated King Wenceslas himself. Illnesses don't scare him.
If you say so. That does make me feel better. Let's hope she recovers. I miss her high spirit.
Doorstep. Woman from their doorstep.
Apparently they took Blažena to the infirmary.
Aye, so I've heard.
What's the matter with her?
She had a terrible fever. The poor thing couldn't even get out of bed. There's no talking to her either. She just kept babbling incoherently.
Just
I know. When the young novice
Poor
Benedict
Muddy,
came to see
who
her,
died of
he took
bellyache.
her as a
That's embarrassing.
What did he say?
nothing. Just went her to the infirmary.
That's a lot of coin. Suspiciously much for a common maid.
every drop burnt.
Don't
like
think I
hot
don't know
oil.
who you are.
Why is the Lord punishing me?
Greetings to you two.
These must be barrels from Lorca. That's a lot of water. What's Stenyek using it for? Why is there wine spilled everywhere? Someone's been hammering these barrels shut. An empty wine barrel. Of course. Now I get it. Steward Zdenyek's watering down the monastery wine. If the abbot found out about this, he'd throw him out.
I bet if I had some balls and moustache, they'd treat
I know you're watering down the monastery wine.
I beg your pardon?
Don't act like you didn't hear. You know exactly what I meant.
You feeling all right? Maybe you should lie down.
I saw your cellar,
What? But no one's allowed down there.
and I know exactly why.
I bet.
Now we're gonna have a little chat.
All right. But not here. Come with me, if anyone heard you.
Where are we going?
To the hop field. There's no one there now. No one will hear us.
Fine, let's go. But don't try anything.
I'm not stupid.
Oil. Why is the Lord punishing me?
Come closer. I don't want to shout here.
So, what have you got to say about the wine?
Me? Nothing. And I'll make sure you don't say anything either.
Oh, come on. Can't we just come to some arrangement? This is getting boring. I'll tell you exactly how this ends. You'll go for me, I'll beat the stuffing out of you, and then you'll tell me everything just to make me stop. Like I care about some bloody wine.
Then why bring it up?
To make you stop lying to me.
About what? What do you want if not the wine?
Why did you lie to me about Blazena? About her stealing?
What's Blazena got to do with all this anyway? Did that bitch tell you something?
Don't speak about her like that, you hear me? The poor girl might die. And anyway, why would she tell me anything?
Because she figured it out too. One time I forgot to lock the cellar door behind me and she caught me at it.
So that's why you lied about her? So no one would believe her if she gave you away? You're a right bastard, you know that?
Go to hell.
They say you were rummaging through her chest. And you took something.
What kind of nonsense is that?
Don't deny it, they saw you. So what did you take?
Well, this key.
Hand it over. Why did you take it in the first place? Do you even know what it's for?
It's for the monastery cellar.
You mean your cellar?
No, it's the key to the cellar under the monastery.
But how would Blazena get something like that? Women aren't even allowed in the monastery.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, Christ. And that's all you know?
That's it, I swear.
All right, I believe you. Now get out.
Wait! Promise me you won't tell the abbot about the wine. He'd have me hanged, or kicked out if I'm lucky. But if I stay here at the monastery, I could be useful to you.
How useful?
As the steward, I can get all sorts. Lockpicks and other handy things.
We'll see. I'll think about it. But now clear off.
come... What did I do to you? Look out!
God be with you,
Leave me alone, you nobody. I ain't going to...
I'm a decent person.
It's all right.
I heard you're doing combat training here.
That's right. As a brother in arms, I see to it that our men are well prepared. Carl's the name.
I'm Henry. I've only just arrived in Sedlitz. I've come as a protector of Master Albich.
That's an honorable task. Guarding someone so important. You must be quite the fighter.
I can handle a weapon well enough. By the way, Slavek and Yeshek send their regards. I ran into them in the infirmary.
Don't even mention those two. I like them, but they never know when to stop. Always end up battered for no good reason. Anyway, if you'd like to train with us, you're more than welcome.
What are the rules?
We start with the short sword. It's a quick and effective weapon. Our men must wield it like an extension of their own arm. We use wooden weapons. I had to ban iron, or some of these blokes would have ended up killing each other. The duel lasts until one fighter lands enough hits on the other, or until one of them yields.
Come and fight. I can handle any of you with one hand tied behind my back.
You've got courage, I'll give you that. Or maybe just a big mouth.
I'm just saying, there's not much that can surprise me anymore. I've fought to the death with many noble knights and some right rotten bastards. And I'm still breathing. Besides that, I've got experience in tournaments. I won in Kuttenberg.
If that's true, all the better for our men. At least they'll get a proper workout. So, let's not waste time. Your first opponent will be Mark. We've recruited him this year in Moravian Pisek. He's new to our ranks, but he's already proven he can handle a weapon.
Let's fight.
Mary in heaven! That was a fine fight to watch. You didn't go easy on Mark at all. With you at Master Albich's side, he's got nothing to fear.
Aye. I know my way around a sword.
What about with a shield and axe? Want to show me what you've got?
Of course. A true warrior needs to handle every weapon well.
That's right. Best be ready for anything. Your next opponent will be John. He used to serve as a guard at the rat house for the bailiff in Yilemnitz. He's known to be a relentless swordsman, so be cautious. Your second victory. You're fighting damn well.
What now?
What would you say if I challenged you to a duel myself? I'd like to see what you're really made of. We'd fight with long swords. Langschwert is a noble weapon, fit for a true master. Will you accept my challenge?
Of course. It would be an honor to cross swords with you.
Glad to hear it. Then get ready.
My God, what are you doing?
To get me like that, you're truly a master with the longsword.
Ah, come on. You must have gone easy on me. I was only just warming up.
I may have underestimated you a bit. But your victory is well earned. Allow me to personally thank you. Everyone I've trained who managed to beat me in a duel, I've given a sword from our Order's armory. Let it be a token of your martial prowess. And remember, the Order is always looking for capable men.
I value your gift, Carl. And thank you for the offer, but I can't go with you. I'm needed elsewhere.
And you're clearly one of those who keeps their word. But should you feel I still have something to teach you, I can pass on some of my combat experience. For now, though, you've earned a rest.
Thanks.
God be with you. Good day.
How long have you been in the Order?
For as long as I can remember. My father wasn't the most warm-hearted man, but he was well aware of his sins, so as penance, he dedicated me to the Virgin Mary. I grew up in Komatau, but shortly after my confirmation, I was sent to the Order in Marienburg. That's a castle in Poland, the most beautiful I've ever seen.
That must have been hard, leaving home so young.
It was a relief. I only found my true family among the brothers of the Order.
What can you tell me about Ludolf?
I would trust him with my life.
Is he strict with you?
He's above all fair. But yes, he needs to keep us in line. We have an important mission.
What is your mission?
To fulfill Christ's teachings, of course. Soon we'll march to Poland to fight the infidels.
You said you...
You showed what you can do in the arena. Now isn't the time. Stop by.
I want you to...
Now isn't the...
So what's this Marienburg of ours like?
Greetings to you too!
What did I do to you?
I've been to a few.
And the Poles are trying to take this marvel from us?
Aye, we'll let them try. God's on our side.
So what's this?
Where do you think you're going?
That's it. And next time, don't go creeping around here where you don't belong. Where do you think you're going? Hurry up. What did I do to you?
be keeping an eye on you.
Look out!
Well, well. Who do we have here? Greetings.
Why are you pestering me? I didn't do anything.
Not at the moment you didn't, but I know who you are. What did I do to you?
I saw how you were lugging those crates, and you're doing it wrong. Sooner or later, you'll hurt your back.
Jesus Christ, I can smell you from over here.
What are you gawking at? Was willst du, Shem? Leave me in peace. I ain't going to talk to the likes of you.
I'm a decent...
Nein, I don't trust you any...
I'm sorry.
But I'll be watching you.
Sir, can you spare a moment?
Yes? If it's nothing that would disturb the delicate peace here.
I just wanted to ask, what brings you here? Into a situation like this?
My journey to Bohemia originally had a different goal. The Order has interests all throughout Europe, and the Kingdom of Bohemia is no exception. We are seeking support. Capable men and supplies for our eastern border, where tensions with Poland and Lithuania continue unabated. I had plans to deal with certain nobles as well as Sigismund himself. But this situation is an unfortunate complication. Instead of diplomatic negotiations and recruitment, I now oversee order here, so that we can support the abbot and prevent the infection from spreading. Duty is duty, whatever form it may take. The monks seek order and discipline in their faith and work. We seek order and discipline in defending our faith and our lands.
What does your order do?
Our order, the Brothers of the German House of St. Mary in Jerusalem, founded directly in the Holy Land, stands as a bulwark against paganism. We spread the Christian faith among nations that have not yet been baptized, and we administer the lands that we have conquered with God's help from the pagan Prussians and in the Baltic region. From our stronghold in Marienburg, we spread the Christian faith, build castles, towns, and monasteries, and bring settlers from Germany to populate these lands.
What is the history of your order?
The order was founded in the Holy Land more than 3 centuries ago as a hospitaller brotherhood for German pilgrims during the siege of Acre. Pope Celestine III confirmed us at the time, and thanks to the Golden Bull of Rimini from Emperor Frederick II, we gained the right to conquer the Prussian lands and hold them in fief forever. That was the beginning of our mission, to bring faith in God to the Baltic region and defend the borders of Christianity. And there we built a state stretching from Prussia to Livonia, with God's grace, but also with papal bulls and imperial privileges. But our role was not only military. We founded cities, settled wastelands, and spread order through monasteries. And to this day, we remain guardians of this tradition.
Sir, you mentioned you're in need of capable men. Does that mean I could join you if I wanted?
Ha ha! It's not that simple. To join the order, you must fulfill 2 requirements. First of all, you must be from Germany. Or at least speak German. Can you?
Well, not really.
I understand. And second of all, to join a German order of knights, What do you think the second requirement might be?
I have to be a knight?
That is right. But even if you are not either of those things, you can still join us as a half-brother. Halbbrüder. They are not subject to such strict rules of poverty, cleanliness, or obedience as we are, and they do not have as many privileges.
Where does the order get its money?
Our wealth comes from gifts, especially from generous nobles and rulers who give us land and property for the eternal glory of God. We manage vast estates, from which we obtain grain and taxes from our subjects. Military campaigns bring us new territories and further resources to advance our cause, whether through trade, farming, or serving those in need. Everything serves to strengthen our order and defend our faith.
I'll pray for you, sir.
May your prayers protect those who defend the bastion of Christianity on the front lines.
What's going on in Poland?
Tensions are rising. The Poles and Lithuanians are beginning to unite under the rule of the Jagiellonian dynasty, which is a threat to our position. Although the Lithuanian Grand Duke Vytautas formally accepted baptism, his alliance with Poland threatens Samogitia, which belongs to us. Sigismund promises us support, but his position is weak. That is why we are preparing reinforcements at the borders. However, if diplomatic negotiations fail, we will have to defend our lands with the sword, with God's help.
Your name, sir, Ludolf, it isn't very common, but I think I've heard it before.
Perhaps you have heard of Saint Ludolf. Yes, it is rather by chance that I, his namesake, am now here among the Cistercians. He vehemently defended the Church's rightful properties against the Duke of Saxony, who tortured him to death for it. Our order is now in a somewhat similar situation, where we must defend our rightful property against many usurpers. I therefore often pray to my namesake and ask him for help in our affairs.
How does your order work?
We are divided into knights born into noble families, priests for spiritual administration, and servant brothers for ensuring the smooth running of the entire order. At the head stands the Grand Master, elected by the chapter. Under him, the provincial master for Prussia and Lithuania. Each province has its own governor, each castle its commander. Our order is based on obedience, poverty, and purity. But ambition is also important. Our strongholds, such as Marienburg, are hubs of power and trade. The military structure is strict. From foot soldiers to heavy cavalry, everyone is subordinate to a single commander. But we are not just warriors, but custodians as well. Our laws apply to everyone, from farmer to bishop.
What a stench! You ought to be ashamed.
So, what's this Marienburg of ours like?
It's the biggest castle in the world. Made from red bricks you can see from miles away. There's 2 lines of defences. Walls tall as the buildings of Gutenberg. With a great big cross above it all.
That sounds beautiful.
Aye, it's a fine castle.
I've got my eye on you, you swine.
God be with you, my good man.
And with you. Mother of God! Where's that stench coming from? I heard something.
Can I ask you a question, Father?
What would you like to know?
I have to go, Father.
Go in peace.
Huh? I hope you're not following me.
Yeah. Who stinks here? Give it to him. You thief! Those are my things.
What a stink! What did I do to you? Ugh! What a stench! Where's it coming from? You pig! You got something against... Wash it! What did I do to you? Ugh, what a stench! You ought to be ashamed.
Hail, Holy Queen, Mother of Mercy, our hope. To you we cry, show unto us the blessed fruit of thy womb.
Are you afraid of water or what?
No, of course not. I was just on my way to the baths.
Footprints.
What the? Hey! How did you get in here? And who are you?
I should be the one asking you. What is this place?
Christ's precious passion. May the Lord forgive us.
Forgive you for what? And who even are you?
Wojtek. We were writing a book here. All of us.
What book are you talking about? You don't mean the Decameron?
Oh no. Yaroslav finished that one long ago.
What are you on about? The book on his lectern in the scriptorium is almost empty.
When Yaroslav started translating the Decameron, he soon realized what it was really about. He became afraid that if Brother Crispin, or, God forbid, the abbot, found out, they'd forbid him to continue the translation. They might even have the book destroyed. What a loss that would be. So once he'd finished the translation, he hid it down here instead.
So Yaroslav was working on something new down here?
The Decameron left a strong impression on him. He decided to write a book of his own, in the same spirit, to celebrate what is as valuable to man as love, or the spiritual life. He later asked Brother Ernest and me to work on the book together.
And what exactly did Yaroslav want to write about?
About humor, wit, laughter. About everything that can make a person laugh.
Why would someone write about that, of all things? I thought books were meant to be about
Something lofty?
Oh, something like that.
Yaroslav believed that a sense of humor could help a person in hard times just as much as strong faith could.
Those are strong words, especially from a monk. Some might say it's not far off blasphemy.
Yaroslav didn't put laughter on the same level as God. On the contrary, he saw it as a precious and wise gift from our Lord. But as you say, not everyone would understand his thinking, especially among the brothers. That's why we met and worked in secret. Sometimes we'd write all night, other times we'd get into heated debates. And sometimes we just tried to outdo each other with witty sayings.
So basically you were sitting down here telling jokes all night?
Among other things, but mostly we were working.
Go on then. Tell me one of the jokes you came up with.
Now? All right then. All right. Here's one. Do you know why monks lie down in the meadow among the sheep? Because they're waiting for the good shepherd.
Tell me another one.
The kitchen lad complains to his master. The cellar's terribly damp. How do you know? Asks the master. And the lad replies, yesterday, a fish got caught in the mousetrap.
Tell me another one.
Some of our brothers have a lot in common with God when they're working. Everyone knows they exist, but no one's ever seen them.
Tell me another one.
The brothers are praying when suddenly the candle goes out. The novice gasps, "It's a sign." The older brother says, "Yes, that someone's breathing too hard."
Tell me another one.
What do you call it when someone robs a storeroom full of pulses, but then repents and puts everything back? Appeasement.
Tell me another one.
5 clergymen meet, and they've nothing to tell each other, because they all turned up.
Tell me another one.
So I went to see the apothecary, but I didn't like him at all. He was totally apathetic.
Tell me another one.
A knight goes to confession and tells the priest, "I feel a great weight on me that won't let me sleep at night." The priest replies, "Have you tried taking off your armor before going to bed?"
Tell me another one.
How does an astrologer flag down a wagon?
No idea.
By his sign.
Tell me another one.
What book has the most leaves in it? A herbarium, of course.
Tell me another one.
What were the last words of St. Lawrence when Emperor Valerian had him roasted alive on a grate? Turn me over. I'm done on this side.
I don't even want to anymore. But tell me one more.
Why doesn't the monastery's rooster crow? Because he's taken a vow of silence too.
Tell me another one.
Brother Julian cooks fish every Friday and calls it fasting. We just call it a test of faith.
Well, that one was a bit dry.
So was Christ when he walked on water.
Tell me another one.
I think I'm out of jokes.
Oh, shame. I was hoping to hear a few more.
Sadly. But once Yaroslav gets better, we're bound to come up with more.
Who helped write your book?
Me, obviously Yaroslav, and Brother Ernest, and also Blazina.
And what was Blazina doing here? She's a maid. She probably can't write. And women aren't allowed in the monastery, are they?
I didn't get it at first either. Why Yaroslav brought her here. If anyone had found out, the abbot would have thrown us all out. But I soon understood. Humor isn't just for the educated or wealthy, let alone just for men. Laughter belongs to everyone. How could we grasp its breadth with just our limited experience?
So, this isn't about any sin? Blažena's just funny?
More than that. Her laughter, sense of humor, her knack for knowing when to make a joke. It's a true gift from God.
Who exactly is Ernest? I don't think I've met him.
One of the older brothers. He's in charge of all the building and repairs in the monastery.
And do you know if he might have fallen ill, too?
No idea. But now that you mention it, I haven't seen him for a while. And when I think how Yaroslav and Blažena are doing...
I'd best go and check on him myself. Where's his cell?
It's one of those under the abbot's quarters. The middle one on the right, if you're facing from the courtyard.
What about the elder confessor, Stephen? Was he never part of this?
He's got nothing to do with it. He doesn't know a thing, unless someone slipped up during confession.
And how are you feeling, anyway? Are you all right?
Yes, at least for now.
No symptoms? Weakness, rash, fever, anything?
Nothing like that, I swear.
If you start feeling bad, report to the infirmary at once. Understood?
Of course.
Where did you say Brother Ernest's cell is?
It's one of those under the abbot's quarters. The middle one on the right, if you're facing from the courtyard.
How long have you been meeting here?
Since the start of summer.
So at least 30 days?
Roughly. I don't remember exactly. Sorry.
I've heard enough. I'll go and check on Ernest now.
Wait. What about me? What's going to happen to me?
I told you, if you're not feeling well, go to the infirmary. Albic will take care of you. Don't worry.
I meant our book. Please, don't tell the abbot about it. We weren't doing anything wrong, but if he found out, he'd throw us out.
Why would I tell him? He didn't do anything wrong here.
Thank you, and may God protect you.
It's damp, chilly, but the air is clean. If the disease really spreads through foul air, then they must have caught it somewhere else. Loads of written parchments. They really must have been meeting here for a long time.
Look out!
Christ. I'm too late. Some building plans. Looks like a church, and underneath, probably a crypt. I should tell Albic about this.
Ugh, what a stench. Where's it coming from?
Have you been rolling in shit?
Plans of the cellars. What did he need those for?
I hope you're not following. Mind where you're going.
Seen from miles away. It has two lines. Of defenses, walls taller than the buildings in Kuttenberg, and a great big cross on it. Fuck me.
I found another infected.
You're not the only one. While you were gone, they brought in several more. So, where's your sick man?
With the Lord now. I found him too late.
Lord have mercy. Do you at least know who it was?
One of the monks. His name was Ernest.
That's the second death today. Let's hope it's the last. The confessor's dead. Old Stephen.
Couldn't you really do more for him? Give him some potion or something?
He was exhausted. His body just couldn't fight the illness any longer. All we could do was give him the last rites. And what about you? Did you find out anything about the others who are sick? Do they have anything in common?
I found out that Ernest, Yaroslav and Blazhena were meeting regularly. There's a secret copying workshop in the cellar.
A secret? But why? And what in God's name was she doing there?
From what I gathered, the translator got hold of some indecent book in the vernacular. I think it was called...
The Decameron?
Yes. You know it?
It caused quite a stir at the university in Padua. The students loved it, the masters forbade it, and the clergy cursed it. But back to the matter. What else?
Yaroslav was only supposed to translate the book, but it ended up inspiring him to write something of his own, and that's what he was working on with the others.
That explains why those three got infected. Do you think it happened in their workshop? Did you notice dampness, mold, any strange smell or bad air?
Nothing like that. It was damp, but the air was otherwise clean.
In that case, someone must have brought the illness to them.
But who?
Probably Ernest. If he died first, it would make sense.
Or maybe the illness just killed him faster because he was older. Like the confessor.
That's possible too.
I found some jewellery in Stephen's cell. It looked quite old.
Jewellery? Where would he have got that from?
He might have stolen it. But given how strict he was about the seal of confession, it doesn't seem likely. Maybe someone else stole it, but guilt caught up with him, and he gave it to Stephen during confession.
Maybe. But surely we'd have heard about such a theft by now. Unless...
They stole it from someone who can't tell anyone anymore. Do you think we've got a murderer here?
I've no idea. It's all just guesswork.
So, what are we going to do now?
We'll go to the abbot. You, Zacharias, and I. This is getting out of hand, and the number of sick keeps rising.
To the abbot? Right now?
You think waiting will solve anything?
You've all come. That can't mean anything good.
The truth is, more are falling ill and the infirmary's filling up fast.
We're trying to give them all they need. But soon there'll be no beds and they'll have to lie on the floor.
How many have died?
The old confessor, Brother Stephen.
And Brother Ernest, too.
Ernest?
He died in his cell. No one even knew he'd fallen ill.
So, it started then.
Ernest wasn't treated. Even mild illness can be deadly without care.
And Stephen's age didn't help either.
When the Black Death last swept the town, it also started slowly. The old, the sick, those no one missed were the first to die. And then we couldn't even bury the dead in time, let alone give them the last rites. Now, the Lord is punishing us for it.
We do have some good news. With Henry's help, we might soon uncover where the infection's coming from.
We know that Brother Yaroslav and that maid both met with Ernest, so the illness must have spread between them.
They all met? Even the maid? Why?
Well, I didn't mean they were all together at the same time. Just that both Yaroslav and Blazhena had encounters with Ernest.
Why would a maid be meeting with Ernest? That makes no sense.
Ernest never left the monastery grounds.
He did, in fact, fairly often. He was one of the few allowed out for work reasons.
Then they must have run into each other by chance, somewhere outside.
Very well, then.
Just breathing the same foul air as someone infected for a while puts you at risk.
And since I found Ernest already dead, we believe he's the one who brought the sickness among the others. If he was the first to die, then he must have been the first to catch it, right?
But where did he catch it?
I don't know yet, Father. But I have certain suspicions. What was his job in the monastery?
Ernest oversaw all building and repair work in the monastery.
And what had he been working on lately?
He'd been supervising repairs in the church. A floor had collapsed above the crypt recently. He was assigning tasks to laborers and overseeing the work.
Which crypt do you mean?
Some important nobles are buried there. But most of all, it's the tomb of my predecessors. May their souls rest in peace.
That might be the source of the foul air. The illness could have spread from the exposed crypt.
I ought to go into the church and inspect everything thoroughly. Especially that crypt.
That's not a good idea. If the illness is really spreading from there, no one should go in.
I understand your concern, Zacharias. But Henry is right. At this point, it's just a supposition, and we must put it to the test.
Enough. What nonsense is this? No one's going into that crypt. The disease is spreading. The infirmary is full. We've already got 2 dead.
Father, I understand you're afraid, but...
Afraid? I'm not afraid. I bear responsibility for the whole monastery, for every living soul. And it's my God-given duty to do everything I can to protect them from the plague.
Father, wait. Just give us a day. 2 at most. I'll just find out where the sickness came from.
You won't get another hour. The monastery is to be sealed. No one goes in, no one comes out. All the monks are to withdraw to their cells.
What about us? You want to keep us here against our will?
I don't want to, but I must. And at the same time, I humbly ask for your help. Believe me, you'll be repaid when the time is right. You came to me with a certain request. Help me, you may consider it granted.
It's for the best, Albec. Even if it turns out not to be the plague, it's still a deadly illness, and we're within sight of the town. If it spreads to Kuttenberg, it'd be a disaster.
I know. But as you wish. I'm sorry, Henry, but I'm afraid we have no choice.
tibi domine fratrum nostrum, militer commendamus, ut quem in hac vita mortali, immenso semper es prosecutus amore, nunc manis omnibus liberatum, in requiem in gredi iubias sempiternam. Tuam ergo clementium deprecamur, ut quia prima iam transierunt, illum in paradisum tum begnine perducas, ubi neque luctus, neque clamor, neque dolor erit ultra. Sed pax et gaudium, cum Filio tuo et Spiritus Sancto in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
What now? This whole situation keeps getting worse. How am I meant to treat a disease I know almost nothing about? This can't end well.
Then what do you suggest? The abbot's forbidden us from going anywhere outside the infirmary.
Not only that, he's had the monastery gates shut. No one's allowed in.
Or out. Ludolf's men are even patrolling the grounds. We're literally imprisoned.
Still, something must be done. The beds are nearly full, and there's not endless space on the floor either.
Henry, I know I've no right to ask this of you.
Oh, now you're suddenly glad of your escort to the monastery, eh?
For someone who only got here thanks to Albec, you've got a cheek, don't you think?
Fair enough. I didn't expect things to go this way either. But Zacharias is right. Talking won't help us now.
I'm sorry. So what can I do?
Search the church crypt. If there's a plague grave down there, uncovered by that collapse, then at least we'll know for sure.
But surely no one would have buried plague victims there. That's where the abbot's tombs are.
I'm not looking to confirm it. On the contrary, I want to rule it out. I still don't believe we're dealing with plague. I'll stay here and tend to the sick.
Let me assist you, friend.
Thank you. I appreciate that. There's enough work here for the both of us. Henry, try speaking with the workers repairing the collapsed floor. In the best case, they might have noticed something. In the worst case, they'll already be showing symptoms of the disease.
And how do I get there? I'm not even supposed to poke my nose outside. The knights are patrolling the grounds.
If they catch him wandering somewhere he shouldn't be, they'll have him thrown out.
And the abbot will find out we're investigating the source of the outbreak despite his explicit orders. But this is about lives. Henry, I believe you can do it. But still, be careful.
I'll do what must be done.
Just make sure you look after the sick.
Hold on. In Italy, physicians wear a kind of hood with a mask. It protects them from foul air and perhaps even the plague.
True. I've heard the same in Padua.
Sounds good. But where am I meant to get one around here?
With a bit of skill, you can make it yourself. All you need for the hood is a piece of leather. You'll need to hang fragrant herbs around the collar. Something like mint or sage.
Might as well perfume myself all over.
You jest. But yes. The less foul air you breathe in, the better.
You can use the workbench in the alchemical workshop to make it.
All right. I'll be off then.
Best of luck. And God be with you.
And with you.